Bill Lee,
What message do you have for the governor?
They're arresting people out here, y'all.
Back up, please. Back up.
Yeah.
The first march I ever had for people. The first was Brandy Solomon. And this should bring this up, but Brandy called me for about a year.
They're arrested this trans woman over here, y'all. They're being real rough with her. Y'all on video, you're on live. Don't give a What is she being arrested for?
let me go! I'm a person in the right! Dude, you got my piece! Hey! 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 I'm chill! I am chill! Let me go! Hey! Hey, will you kill me too?
This piece of shit. You see the governor in there? This is his fault. This is on him. That guy right
So you
there.
gonna kill me too? You gonna kill me too?
This is what happens in Bill Lee's Tennessee. This is Bill Lee's Tennessee, y'all.
They choking me! Get your hands on my neck! Get your hands on my neck! This is excessive force! Yes, it is! Send y'all!
This is crazy, y'all.
What am I being detained for? What am I being arrested for? I have rights! I have rights! I have rights!
Every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. They attack you, bust you all upside your mouth, and then take you to court and charge you with assault. What kind of democracy is that? What kind of...
Come! Take the gloves off of me!
He said derail wood.
Bill Lee's a fascist!
Stand up. Hey, what call we taking? You ready? What call we taking?
I'm not kicking nobody! Bill Lee's a fascist! Bill Lee!
So today our people are disillusioned. They become disenchanted. They become dissatisfied. And in their frustrations, they want action. The young generation don't want to hear anything about the odds are against us. What do we care about odds? And George Washington wasn't nothing nonviolent about old Pat or George Washington. Liberty or death was what brought about the freedom of whites in this country from the English. They didn't care about the odds. Why, they faced the wrath of the entire British Empire. And in those days, they used to say that the British Empire was so vast and so powerful when the sun would never set on it. This is how big it was. Yet these 13 little scrawny states, tired of taxation without representation, tired of being exploited and oppressed and degraded, told that big British Empire, liberty or death. And here you have 22 million Afro-American black people today catching more hell than Patrick Henry ever saw. I I'm here to tell you, in case you don't know it, that you got a new generation of black people in this country who don't care anything whatsoever about ours. They don't want to hear you old Uncle Tom handkerchief heads talking about the ours. No. And when I speak, I don't speak as a Democrat or a Republican. I speak as a victim of America's so-called democracy. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. When we open our eyes today and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it. If you go to jail, so what? If you're black, you were born in jail. If you black, you were born in jail. In the North as well as the South. Stop talking about the South. Long as you south of the Canadian border, you're south.
Today, we're actually trying to see how we can build like a systemic solution for the problems that you helped to reveal. So the thing is that people may have, you see problems with the police corruption all over, you know what I mean? From Serpico, one you work with, to Rod King, to most recently Tyre Nichols. I have some stuff going on with Memphis DSA co-chair Salamander Brandy, shout out to her. Sometimes people see corruption in the police department like yourself. What are some of the obstacles or challenges to people taking on police corruption?
Police can't police themselves. And for you to go into internal affairs and report it to internal affairs, you have to understand they're not always internal affairs. Meaning they were probably cops in the same precinct that you're reporting or working with the same cop that you're reporting or something like that. And then they got later on transferred to internal affairs, and they're not there forever. They're, for their whole career. They're only there for maybe a year or two, and then they transfer back out into another precinct, whatever, stuff like that. So, no, I would say no, that they're not a good source to report it to. I would say a good source to report it to is, let's say you're reporting city police officers, like NYPD. I would report it to Attorney General or FBI, something of a higher entity, like federal or something.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that was also something that Salamander Brandon was calling for. She was calling for people to, to call in and report to the FBI themselves. Right?
If you liked this video, then, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now.
I'm Irene LeRae, and I'm the director of the Brooklyn affiliate of Move to Mend. We want to spread the word about getting money out of politics. We believe that corporate and billionaire contributions to candidates and issues have tilted the balance of power away from the people and to corporations and billionaires.
As they became fallen idols, began to lose their prestige and influence, local Negro leaders began to stir up the masses. Local leaders begin to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes whom you recognize of national stature. They controlled you, but they never incited you or excited you. They controlled you, they contained you. They kept you on the plantation.
We must understand the politics of our community. And we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be astray or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart. So the political philosophy of black nationalism only means that we will have to carry on a political program of re-education to open our people's eyes, make us become more politically conscious, politically mature. And then we will, whenever we get ready to cast our ballot, that ballot will be cast for a man of the community who has the good of the community at heart. And the economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we have to become involved in a program of re-education. So this government has failed us. The government itself has failed us. And the white liberals who have been posing as our friends have failed us. And once we see that all these other sources to which we've turned have failed, we stop turning to them and turn to ourselves. We need a self-help program. Do it yourself philosophy. Do it right now philosophy. It's already too late philosophy. This is what you and I need to get with. And the only way we're going to solve our problem is with a self-help program.
This is the year when all of the white politicians are going to come into the Negro community. You never see them until election time. You can't find them until election time. They're going to come in with false promises. And as they make these false promises, they're going to feed our frustrations. And this will only serve to make matters worse. I'm no politician. I'm not even a student of politics. I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat and got sense enough to know it.